All right. Thanks for joining me today. It is November 1st, 2023, and thank God Halloween's over. Halloween may be like a wicked time, like a lot of people don't see it, but they'll see it like it's a wicked time, all the evils, demonic stuff comes out. But when you been doing this since you were like a little kid, well, coming in from another country, going into getting how would you call it, indoctrinated or being influenced by another culture or another country about what Halloween's all about. When you're a little kid, you enjoy it because you get free candy and you enjoy the fact that you're dressing up as costumes. Most likely, a lot of people like dressing up as demons, goblins, ghosts, but it's a free-for-all pretty much on that one specific day. But there's a lot of history behind the Halloween, so I don't want to get too much into it further. You can do your own research yourself and figure out what Halloween is really all about. But you have to take it, and occasion is just like it's just another day, a made-up day from whoever made it up, and just instead of making it a negative or a negative day with all the evil, slashing, gory stuff, bloody, make it into a positive day, just dressing up in and having fun with your kids, and just to enjoy that day, not in a negative way, but in a positive way. That's the best way I could actually just relay it to the audience about make it into a nice day, okay? A fun day with your kids and your family. And if you like to get scared and watch a movie, then watch a movie, okay? Don't go really heavy into it and say, oh God, I'm a Christian, I'm a Catholic, and I believe in God. Yes, I do believe in God 100%, but Halloween is Halloween. Enjoy the day. Don't take it as an evil day, even though there's a lot of evil spirits going on. But there's a lot of evil spirits going on in this world today as we speak, 24/7. So just leave it the way it is. Enjoy the day with your family and friends. We had a great day putting up a giant spider in front of the house, decorated into a way that it's not too harmful or too gory, but a nice, pleasant, so that the kids could enjoy that day, and give them free candy and free chocolates and stuff like that. So enjoy the day, and that's what we did. And for the past couple of years, it did not go too well. We didn't have any kids. We bought all this candy and chocolate, and they were now COVID had played a part as well too. But for the last couple of years, we haven't had any kids coming in for some reason. I don't know why. So we just decided this year to decorate the house to make it more attractive, so that the kids could come in. That yes, we give you free candy and to enjoy that day for the kids. And that's it. That today's over. Have fun. Now we're gonna go on to the next. Enjoy what I love talking about now is with the fitness, bodybuilding, and all that physical aspect about. I don't want to make it too important, but I want to make it the fact that what I did in the past, how I enjoyed the sport of bodybuilding, which I didn't like after I retired for the whole sport, the whole hoopla, because you good or bad experience, and throughout that time steered me away from not wanting it anymore. But now I'm kind of like getting back into it instead of having the anxiety of thinking about it and going to the gym. I don't even work out at the gym anymore. But now I'm working out more to just walking, keeping healthy, and eating properly. Not every day, but just portion controls as well too plays a factor, so that living a healthy way of life, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, is very important, is very key. Not looking always tip-top shape, slice and dice, for the media and stuff like that. But you're not young anymore. You know, you do get older and you kind of like grow out of it, but you also want to enjoy what you did in the past and also want to reminisce like, hey, you could overcome all your obstacles in the past, because it was a past and it was an obstacle, but it was also positive as well too. So make it into a positive and then talk about it. Now enjoy it instead of having anxiety and all that nonsense. That's just weird how your body works and creates and reacts that way. But now I'm learning to adjust and loving the sport and appreciating the sport more now, because now it's out there. It's all wherever you go in the media, any social media, you'll have some fit guy or girl always showing off their body, or working out, showing their diet plans. And to me, I appreciate that now, but now it's a little bit too much. And I appreciate it now because social media created something for everybody now. And if you want to look fit, if you want to show yourself, fine, to a point, but not overextend yourself. But not that I think it's just a little bit too. There's a fine line. I think they're kind of crossing the border a little bit now, because now they're going showing everything about the cycles, what I'm taking, what I'm cycling. That's like, whoa, that's the kind of thing back in the day no one talks about behind the scenes of what you're taking, what cycle you're doing, and all that stuff. So I'm just saying, hopefully it tones down a little bit. And if it tones down a little bit, because you don't want to encourage a lot of young kids out there. Okay, they want to look like you, they want to emulate you, but all of a sudden they have to realize that I got to take this, I got to take that, I got to take this, and then supplements alone is not going to do it. But genetics plays a part as well too. If you have good genetics, plus you're taking, gear, that'll enhance you even more. So, but anyway, let's just go on. Today, I'm gonna go on RX Mesa with Palumbo, because I love the way Palumbo and his channel, and he talks about other athletes as well too, because Palumbo was an ex professional. Well, I don't know if he did pro or not, but I know he was I watched him at the Toronto show, him and Milos back in the day, and I was saying, man, this guy's humongous. And now I see his channel, and I love watching his channel because he tells you straight out, So anyway, let's listen to Lee Haney. And Lee Haney is another great competitor back in the day, old school. And 7-time, 8-time Mr. Olympia. So anyway, let's hear a little bit of clips, and then we'll proceed on with the next.
November 11th coming up. Yeah. Matter of fact, that's my birthday, so guys, show me some love.
Wow.
Yeah, man. So make sure you go online and register. It's going to be a fantastic event. Yeah. It's going to be located at the Georgia International Convention Center, nice. College Park. And the great thing about this venue, Dave, you get off the plane, take a 5-minute train to the hotel, walk out of the hotel, right into the yard of the convention center.
Wow.
So this is very easy, beautiful facility, first class event.
The good thing about that is that people from out of town can come in and they don't have to worry about renting cars and taking taxis. I mean, literally, I've been in Atlanta. It's very easy to get around with mass transit, and that's super, super easy. Now, how many years have you been doing this show now? It's been quite a while now, right?
Yeah, this will be the 9th year since we've added, the physique and the bodybuilding, bikini, the end of that. But prior to that, it was totally the Lee Haney Fitness Games, right, which dealt with teenagers, kids, and obstacle race and that sort of deal. So we've grown beyond that at this time. Not beyond it, but we've added additional things. Right. Like this upcoming year, we have arm wrestling, strongman, powerlifting, the Teen Challenge. Wow. We'll have fencing. So there's a combination of things that we're going to be doing. So we're trying to have something for everybody, every part of public interest as it relates to sports.
Yeah, you love to involve the entire community, and I think that's something that you're pretty well known for. I have to ask you this because coming from the background that you did, obviously winning 8 Mr. Olympia titles, I have to believe in the back of your head somewhere, in your dreamland, you have to want to promote a pro open men's show at some point. Is that in your wheelhouse?
Yeah.
Well, you know what, Dave? I've contemplated that back and forth, but I want to stay true to my mission.
Yeah.
And
the key is, he said mission. I like that.
Is an event that raised funds for my mentoring program for kids.
Right.
And so my focus beyond, what I'm doing on the amateur level, which is great. I love the amateurist deal, is that of kids also.
Right.
So I don't want to get too far out in that area, which is not true to, the reason why I started this whole event. The kids, the teenagers, those are the up and coming.
I think what Lee Haney is saying is that read between the lines. He's going and concentrate on the kids, the amateur level, which they don't want to take basically synthetics or any gear, so that he's taking the humble kids who want to get into the sports without taking any synthetics, any gear, any steroids, any GH and stuff like that. So he wants to steer away from that. But if he goes to the next level, which is the open class, the other competitors, which he was, because he was Mr. 8-time Mr. Olympia, Mr. Lee Haney, that can be a little bit more controversial with his type of mission, is to have kids enjoy life about health and fitness instead of, oh my God, I'm going to take this and do that. He's taking the kids who don't want to be influenced with that type of category, which is when you're open class, Olympia, you're on gear, you're on whatever drugs you're on to look good, to look at that stature. And he doesn't want to break. He doesn't want to break away his mission for the young kids. I think that's what he's trying to say. So you have to read between the lines. For me, that's what I think he said and he's saying. So hopefully he will maybe go to the Open or to the Olympia and give him a little bit more insight and critiquing about that area without hurting his brand of the younger kids that he's focusing on in his show. So anyway, that's what I see it. This
Police and so forth, and up and coming members of society.
Yeah.
So we're always focused on feeding into them. So we got something else happening with that too, Dave. But I'll let you in on that once I get the blueprint established. But it's
so it is in the back of your brain.
Okay.
You have so many connections.
Yeah.
You were the president's on the president's council of physical fitness. I mean, you have connections deep into the community that a lot of people don't have. And I would imagine that if you decided to hold a pro show, maybe separate from this, that you would get a lot of backing for it. You know what I mean? That you can do it the right way and show these athletes, the VIP treatment, so to speak.
Well, having been there, done that, that's always my focus. Making sure the athletes enjoy their experience, that they are treated fairly, treated first class. So yes, that's definitely on my radar.
Okay.
Matter of fact, my son Joshua is sort of the architectural designer of when I come up with all these ideas. Then I got my daughter Olympia.
Yeah.
Olympia, she's into event planning.
Oh wow!
And as you know, Shirley, the chief. My wife Shirley is the chief financial officer. So we have to sit down and have a team meeting. And then we got 4 grandkids and another one on the way.
I know. Congratulations, by the way, on the new one you just had.
Yeah, Josiah Lee Haney, man.
I love it. Oh, you got your middle name. I mean, that's awesome.
Yeah, big boy, man. We got a lot of stuff going on, a lot of moving parts.
You got a lot of kids. Do you ever think that, with the genetics that you have in your family, have you ever, is there anyone who has like an inkling towards bodybuilding, you think? You think you'd ever see another Haney on an Olympia stage?
I'm not sure. I wasn't sure Joshua would go in that direction. He was more football strength training. He could squat 500 pounds.
Oh, wow.
Weight 175 pounds. I said, well, why you want to do that? He said, well, because I can do it, Dad.
I can do it, yeah.
And he went to the Citadel, so the guys that Citadel a little bit different anyway.
I know.
Yeah, all that kind of craziness, but then Olympia, she received the Heisman Award. She played volleyball, that basketball and Heisman Award is an award that you just give to the best athlete, male and female.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, Calvin Johnson, Calvin, he won that award at the same school Olympia attended. Olympia was the only girl to ever get that.
Wow.
So, but neither Olympia's thought about it, but guess what?
Really
She's
cool.
got a little girl on the way
in
December. So.
But it amazes me because they did get obviously your genetics. They just, they applied it to another aspect of athletics. And, people always ask me, would you want your son to be a bodybuilder? I said, I want my son to do what he wants to do, but he obviously got athletic ability for me. Where he applies that, is up to them, I guess, type of thing.
Yeah, we got to step back and let them do what they do and not press upon them our gifts or our vision,
It's hard.
So, it all works out when we let them make
it. It's hard, Lee. I have trouble with that because my son's really good at sports, and then he just decides he doesn't want to do it anymore. And I'm like, and he's only 7, of course, but I'm like,
7?
Why are you quitting soccer? You're like the best kid on the field. He's like, I want to play basketball now.
They changed gears, Dave. Josh started off with soccer.
Yeah.
Then he went to T-ball. Went to the World Series in T-ball.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Then he said, well, Dad, let's try football. So I was one of the football coaches, and lo and behold, we got a football scholarship to the Citadel. So
he had a scholarship. I didn't know he had a scholarship there, Lee. That's amazing.
Yeah,
That's
man.
Very cool.
Yeah, both kids got one. So I'm thankful for great genetics and thankful for athletics.
That's a lot of money you saved, Lee.
Yeah, man. I saved a ton of money. I think to the tune of over $400,000.
Oh my!
I know. The Citadel is crazy. I know. All
right, so I'm gonna stop it there because this is just basically, Lee Haney, 8-time Mr. Olympia, talking to Palumbo, and watching that gives you the inspiration, the motivation to get back to what you love doing. So thank God for RX Muscle, and listen to his insight, and watching the misfits of all the other competitive bodybuilders in his show, which makes me laugh because all his friends, because it reminds me of all the friends that I had in the past too, because every bodybuilder is all freaking crazy, man. Good or bad. So but anyway, so yeah, go watch RX Muscle, and I appreciate love watching his show, and I listen almost every day. If I miss it, I will go back to it, and if I miss it, I'll watch it the next following day. So, but don't forget to watch that. So it gives me the motivation to also watch and critique the Olympia 2023. We all know now that that the Mutant Nick Walker is out, and I was looking forward to giving my insight and doing a commentary about the Olympia 2023 live, because I'm going to get it on pay-per-view. And I did it last year with my buddy Mike, and this year I want to do it live, but I can't show you the video footage out there because you'll get a strike, and I've had that before, because you can't show your pay-per-view on your channel unless you're part of the organization or whatnot. But if you're doing the commentator or doing a podcast on it, you just can't do that. So I'm just going to do a commentating and then watch it, and I'll give you my critique as an active judge, and as a competitor, I'm going to give you my insight. Like I said last time, I had nothing to do with it. Don't want nothing to do with bodybuilding fitness anymore. To me, I thought it was stupid anymore. You get a little bit angry, you get a little bit about the past, what you did, and because that whole sport was all just me, because it is a selfish sport. But it also could benefit you, because it also could make you, give you confidence when you get older as well too. Mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. If you do it in the right way, if you're hanging around with the right people, if you're not taking so much drugs or so much gear. So that plays a lot of factors as well too, because when you're taking it and you're competing it, you do look good, you do get a lot of attention, good or bad, but mostly negative, because a lot of people out there are always going to outdo you, whatever category you're in. Whether you're male or female, it doesn't matter. But back then, it was all competition, because you are a competitor. There's not too many friends that are with you that help you on the way. Not too many, but there are, but there's just far few between. So, but anyway, that's that insight about Nick Walker. So I'm going to hopefully he gets better and he becomes better and stronger next year. So now we're going to look forward to the competitors on stage for this year's 2020. Since Nick Walker is out, we have 4 other great competitors on stage, whether you're in the classic physique, the open class, and you got also the, what is the other category? And there's the women's as well too. I'm gonna look at more about what the women has to offer about their physique and stuff like that, because they don't do women's bodybuilding anymore. They do women's physique. So basically it's like a fitness physique, and they're not really hardcore anymore, which is good because women should stay like women. You know, you could have a muscle quality, but you don't want to look like men and sound like men. So, you know what I mean? So, let them have the feminine qualities as well too. So, you know. But anyway, let's just go back to the topic of 2023 Mr. Olympia coming up in the next couple of days. Nick Walker is out. We got Lunsford in. We got Labrada. We still have I can't name it on top of my head right now because I haven't got but all I know is just that I'm gonna keep an eye on it. Who are the competitors? I'm gonna jot down more information about who is what and who I think is gonna be placing. Maybe later on today when I do my errands, because right now I'm just doing a lot of what's going on the top of my head right now. So I'm gonna jot it down, then I'll get back into it because I will put this on my Spotify as well too, and on my Instagram as well as on my YouTube channel. So don't forget to check me out on my Instagram as well too. So I'm gonna put that in there. I might go live on there, and I'll pre-tape this and put this on my YouTube channel. So don't forget to hit me up on my Instagram at LA Ent.T.V Digital. I'll have the links provided below, and also my YouTube channel today. And the reason why I also go back to Lee Haney, the reason why everybody loves Lee Haney is because he's very humble. He's a humble champion. He's an ex-competitor, and he always devotes his life back to who? The man above, God. He's a very spiritual guy, and he's a very obedient to the man above, God. So to him, that drew me more into how I like and appreciate what he did and how he is now, because he's such a great character, great man, and him to change, because he was one of the great competitors out there as well too. And how could you not? Because when I first started out, I was like, holy cow, this guy's... To me, when you're only, I think it was 12 or 13, this guy was just monstrous, right? Now that you're a little older, you see him now and you look back, you go, wow, he's not as good compared to the men today. They're more freaky looking. Back then they were very aesthetic. Thin waist, big upper body, and just slice and dice. Fine lines were there, physique was top, definition, and everything was there. There was not a flaw. So that's what the classic physique was, the Arnold Schwarzeneggers. And Arnold Schwarzenegger had a really beautiful physique back then, right? He wasn't the mass monsters that they are now. They're just like full-blown monster. The bigger monsters you are, the more you apparently will win the show. That's why it's called the open class. So they had it as well too back in the 90s, is when the freak factor started coming in. When you had the Palumbo coming in, started seeing him. Then you had Greg Kovacs, and then you had name on top of my head. You got Lee Priest, then you got all the other guys, Nimrod King. So those were the freakazoids back then that were coming up and coming guys. Were like, never realized how massive you can be on stage. Well, the lights and stage also played a factor too. When you're trimming down, you're losing all that body fat, and then just enhancing on stage, and just your stage presence, well, just makes you look twice as better. So, but anyway, that's just the fact that watching them back then to now, there are more freak factors now than there were back then, because back in the 90s they were just coming up. Like, yeah, there's the Kevin Lebronis, I'm drawing a blank. But yeah, but anyway, they were just yeah, it was just trying to just remembering back in the day how it evolved ever since Dorian Yates took over. The freak factor started coming in because everybody wanted to become bigger, freakier, stronger. And when Dorian Yates took over the whole realm and dominated the whole bodybuilding world, because everybody wanted to be like him, and that's when the freak factor came. The genetics played, of course, because I think to what Palumbo said about Kevin Levrone, I don't know how he never, Flex Wheeler, Kevin Levrone, Lebradas, they were, Sean Ray, those were named on top of my head now. Okay, now they're coming back. The freak factor back then was just coming up, and every guy usually wanted to look like that. Priest, and it was just amazing to look at how a human body can go beyond their expectation of what they can become. Once your genetic plays a factor and you're on gear, everything starts falling into place. Your body starts to change, metamorph. It's amazing to witness that. Now looking back at it, now on my end as a fan, I enjoy it now. I don't, because I'm not in the competitive road anymore. Now it's just all about being healthy and working out, and just mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, and that's it. Now, no competitive nature. Now I appreciate. Now I'm gonna go more into it and give you my insight of who I think who's the number one, because everybody's entitled to their own opinion, right? And I'm gonna give you my insight, who I think is going to place in 2023 Olympia, and the Arnolds as well too. So stay tuned for that. This is going to be on my Instagram, so be sure to check it out. I'll have the links provided below. This will be going on my YouTube channel, which will be going up in the next hour or so. And I will do my errands and come back, and then I'll give you my insight in 2023 Olympia, while I'm going to critique it and give you my insight on my podcast, which I will go live on my Instagram. I don't know if I'll do it on my YouTube channel, but we'll see what happens. It's going to be a lot of juggling around, because like I'm a one-man band, I got to do everything at my own pace. There's so many things I got to do. Too many wires to set up, too many monitors to put up, too many audio equipment. Since, that's the stuff I got to do. But anyway, it's worth it. Okay, anyway, I'm going to call it quits. I will see you soon. Don't forget to hit me up on my Instagram, LA Ent.TV podcast, digital formats, and LA podcast on my YouTube channel and my Spotify. Bye for now. God bless, Godspeed, and we will see you in the next video, especially the Olympia to come. Stay tuned for that. And I'll have more goodies on the way. I got a special surprise in the next couple of days to a week. We'll see. Bye for now. See you in the next video.
Drop.